Hello everybody, Caden here today with an episode of Minecraft Dinosaurs, and today we're back to do some stuff, namely this stuff, Brachiosaurus work. So we're over here because I guess just wanted to go over what the plan for this episode is, which is we're going to basically just kind of extend this fence out over to, I don't know, maybe that hill there, and kind of just work a bit on the different, I think episode-wise, this is not a very difficult build to finish, because I think I mentioned this even last episode. A lot of the terrain's already kind of formed up quite well, and all we need to do is kind of smooth it out. The fence will be probably a bit more difficult, just kind of getting it going along, but once we're done with that, we're pretty much set for combining the two enclosures. Also, I had a plan, somewhat, for how we're going to decorate this side, because obviously we could just do exactly what we have over here, which is a mildly dense spruce forest. And I know some people will be like, it's not dense at all, look at all the space between the trees. But I mean, for sauropods, this is a pretty dense forest considering how big they are. But I'm thinking also kind of in fitting with the theme of the farther we've gone this direction in the park, the less and less we've had in terms of trees. So I kind of feel like maybe by about this point there probably won't be any more trees as we start to approach what will be the elevated walkway we want to put here. Speaking of which, the elevated walkway might not be going in this episode, just because I am a bit strapped for time today and tomorrow when I'll probably be recording this, because I mean today I'm actually recording this a bit before Atlas, so well, you know, Atlas is going to be a big stream later today, and I just don't really have a ton of time to work. And then tomorrow, I believe, I have a ton of homework related things I need to do. So we'll see how much actually happens in the episode. I'm hoping to get a good deal amount done before before I upload. But yeah, anyway, I will cut back when I've made some progress. Okay guys, we are back, and as you can see here quite clearly, we have made a good deal of progress. This did not take as long as I was expecting it to, but I'm pretty happy with what's happened. We're leaving this shelf here for now because I might actually bring it back as a cliff and make it path height later. We'll see what happens. But anyway, as you can see, I got rid of the dividing fence, and I built up another rock wall and another one, and then I had to do so little fence building. I think I built that one there and all these ones here. That was it. Super easy. And then I just kind of went through and built up the terrain, which I realized here is inconsistent, but you know what? It's fine for now. Anyway, I've been trying to think what the plan for decoration is exactly. And I don't think we're going to put any water over here because, again, I think I want to transition this into more of an open plains over on this side. I'm also thinking we might add another 2 brachiosaurs in because, I mean, the exhibit's actually quite large now. It's not the largest Brachiosaurus exhibit I've ever made, but it's up there with one of the larger ones for sure. But yeah, I actually quite like it now. It definitely looks a lot larger and more impressive, like it should. But anyway, yeah, I think that's all I've got to show for now. So I'm gonna come back when I've probably gotten some trees in and we're ready to hopefully hatch some Brachiosaurs. So I'll see you guys in just a second. All right, and we're back, and I went back and checked the footage because it's next day, but yeah, I realized this episode's only 3 minutes long, and this is going to be a pretty short episode, I feel. But as you can see, I kind of added some trees in, so we got a bit more nature going on in here. Like I said, this whole area is going to be kind of bare, and I think it actually kind of works. We've got a lot less trees. It's becoming a lot more open on this side, but then we head back over this way. And obviously more dense. I still obviously will need to throw in some logs and stuff like that, and we actually do have logs, so I guess we can do that. But we are gonna hatch 2 more brachiosaurs in while we wait, or while we put other things into the exhibit. Dang, those are some big eggs. Well, I guess they're big dinosaurs, so that makes sense. Let's see, let's take like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2. I think someone's vacuuming behind one of my walls because I can just hear like a thud, kerchunk. It's kind of weird. Just do like that, and then you can have like a fallen log like this. Because, you know, like, we'll say, like, you know, the Brachiosaurs have been coming through here, obviously, and, like, this is, like, the edge of the forest, where it's kind of been cleared out more as the, you know, giant animals have been grazing and stuff like that. So, yeah, kind of like that, and I think that works quite well, actually. Then we can come in and throw in a few more around here. I definitely need to throw in some rocks, though, kind of like some mossy cobblestone rocks. Don't know if I'll do that now or later, though. I do like doing these like fallen tree trunk kind of things. I think they look super cool. I don't have a Dinopedia on me. I'm gonna quickly teleport back to the storage room. Whoops, man, my mouse is like, whoops, there we go. My mouse has actually been acting up a lot lately, guys. Like, you would not believe. Like, it keeps disconnecting and reconnecting, or having problems with that. So basically, like, I can't do things at a certain point. Sometimes it takes 10 minutes before the mouse will work again, which is really annoying. And I'm kind of amazed it hasn't happened on, like, a live stream yet, because if it did, it would be really annoying to have to, like, you know, do maintenance during a live stream, because, you know, who wants to do maintenance during a stream? Well, I have to do maintenance during a stream anyway, because I'm kind of bad at it, but, you know what, whatever. Anyway, if we just head back here, we should be about ready to hatch these guys. Well, actually, I bet you they're gonna be at 40. I'd guess 40. Or 85. Wow, they hatch a lot faster now, evidently. All right, and there's the traditional dance of the eggs, as I like to call it. Come on. One. Then we have a male and a male, and I just want to make sure they're both males. Okay, 2 new males, that's cool. Wow, dang, this did not take as long as I thought it was going to. I don't think this is like long enough to really constitute an episode. So, oh, that's the other thing I need to talk about real quick. We hit 5,000 subs. We hit 5K today, which is absolutely awesome. I'm really, really happy about that. It's really cool that we hit that number, or that goal, because, you know, we knew we were gonna hit it. I was just wondering when, but I don't know. I love seeing that that's a thing. I love knowing that we gained like 600 subs or something in like a month and a half, which is absolutely mind-boggling to me. Just absolutely crazy. So thank you guys a ton for that. Like, I can't thank you enough. It's really awesome that we've hit that goal. But as for like episodes, like, again, I'm trying to think like what should we do? Since we have so much time left to the episode, what we might do is actually just work on the pathway a bit. I mean, we have plenty of time for it, so why not? That is not how I make a crafting table. There we go. Okay, just make some spruce wood stuff, and then we can get to work on getting the walkway going. Speaking of which, I'm kind of realizing I want to redo this whole pathway a little bit, because I mean, this made a lot more sense when there was, you know, 2 exhibits. Now it doesn't make sense. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to kind of redo the paths around here, and kind of make them a lot more interesting to look at and a lot more interesting to walk around on. So yeah, we'll kind of see how that works in the future. Anyway, we'll do that. I mean, I'm in like no short supply of spruce wood, in all honesty. Okay, so we'll probably have it be like this, I guess. I don't know exactly what my plan for this is going to be like. We could do stairs, or we could do slabs, I guess. I feel like stairs is probably more though what I want to do, just because on one hand, slabs I think definitely has a somewhat nicer, more gradual slope, but I don't know if I necessarily want the more gradual slope. Have I used stairs anywhere else in the park? I don't think so. Have I? No, I think both the other like major walkways are done using slabs. So maybe I should do slabs, just because if that's what I've been doing for everything, maybe that's what I should do instead. You know what? Let's try that out. We can just do like 11. And then we'll just make, oh, that was perfect. That was absolutely lovely there. Let's see, we'll just kind of test this out real quick. And then I guess it would be like this. And then duh, 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 duh. Just kind of figure. I guess I should actually figure out what height I'm going to exactly. And get all this redstone stuff because I probably don't want to lose all of it. But we'll just kind of get rid of some of this dirt real quick, and then guess we should just hop down. I don't know. I guess like that, and then that's a full block. So I guess this would be about where the pathway will go to. And let me see. So that's one block below this, so this level, which is one above the pathway, I think. Or is it? Let me see. Let's run back over this way. Well, we could also easily raise that path up one block. Okay, so I think that's a good height. I think that's a good height for this. Because obviously I wanted to raise the pathways up to kind of get more of a, you know, well, because we're raising the pathway up on the other side of the park, I figured we should kind of do that here too. I don't know, I kind of feel like a staircase would be somewhat better than, or like stairs would be somewhat better than slabs in this situation. You know what, I'm actually gonna prototype it a bit, kind of come back, and hopefully we'll have a bit more done. So I'll see you guys in just a second. And we're back. So, as you can see behind me, I did a tiny bit of work here. It actually took a bit longer than I was expecting to, mostly just due to the fact that, I don't know, it was like clearing and then trying to figure out how far the path was gonna go, and then it's actually ended up going a lot farther back than I planned it to, but I think that can kind of work to my advantage. We'll see what happens. At any rate, if we kind of, so you can see the path's actually gonna move back, I don't know, like 6-7 blocks, I think. Which means we do still have this cliff here. I'm gonna see what we're gonna do with it. I might knock it back a bit further and then just kind of incorporate it, cause I have been considering, well, it can actually, I guess, run back and connect up to this one, and then we'll have like this major rock wall towards the back of the exhibit, which I think could look kind of nice, kind of supporting this elevated walkway, which will obviously be connecting up to that one, kind of probably over here somewhere. And then, I don't know, I'm looking around here. I've been looking for a minute, whatever you want to say, to try and figure out exactly where the Diplodocus is going and like how I want to do this exhibit. Because I've kind of realized no matter what I do, it's going to be a lot of terraforming. It really is. Like, mostly just because this whole area is a hill. It's not ideal for the exhibit I'm kind of planning for them. So I'm trying to figure out exactly where I want that to go. I have been thinking over here somewhere, and we might actually use the natural ditch created by this riverbed as somewhat part of the exhibit, as we'll put like the fences right by it or something. But if we flatten this out a bit, make it a bit more prairie-like, so take out a couple hills here, maybe put a fence, maybe even connecting it up to that fence somewhat, or just drawing it along this line here somewhat. This is going to be the Diplodocus, which is actually just going to fence off a whole section of the area. Luckily, it's a whole section of the area I wasn't really planning on putting a ton into, so that kind of works. And then we also have this. I think it was either this little, I don't know, dell, I guess? What would you call this? I guess little valley type thing, little dip in the ground. And this little dip in the ground were both what we talked about using for the, what are they called? The Ankylosaurs. So we'll see. They may actually get moved before next episode, or not before next episode, before we go work on the mammalian park. Speaking of which, maybe we could use both of these. One of these could be the new Ankylosaurus pen, and the other could be used for I was gonna say the Gallimimus, but looking at this, there's no way this could be either, really. I don't know what we could put here. We could put like a smaller animal, I guess. I guess I'd have to think though what smaller animals we still have. I mean, we could move the Dryosaurs, I guess. Move the Dryos out and move them over there. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, as for this, I've kind of got a few plans for how this new elevated walkway is gonna go. So to be honest, I'm actually gonna go somewhat back with my inspirations to Chinini Falls and kind of how that whole area was a very elevated pathway kind of thing, which is also kind of why I want to rework a lot of this. And I may even shorten the elevation here and instead, and this will actually work a lot better, I think, since we're going to be taking out the Ankylosaurs from here, elevate this area up a little bit and maybe make this whole thing a covered walkway, and then considering even putting a tower here. And another thing that's even possibly going to move, ironically after we just finished it, for the most part, might be the Pachycephalosaurs. Or at least we may get rid of their building, because due to some of the ideas I'm starting to get here, I don't know, there's some interesting changes we could definitely make to this area to make it a lot more interesting, I think. So yeah, that's that for this episode. So we have, we made a decent amount of progress, I think. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, we just doubled the size of an exhibit and finished off that half of the exhibit already, so that's pretty good. And we're kind of setting up for the next few stages of the park. So I hope you guys are all excited for more episodes to come. Oh, speaking of which, I'll mention this now since it's going up on Friday, hopefully. The Atlas stream on Saturday may not happen, I've just realized, due to some scheduling errors I have. So if there is no Atlas Saturday, it might come Sunday, we'll see, or there may just not be a third Atlas episode this week. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, I hope you've all enjoyed, and until next time guys, see ya.